Hey Virgo, welcome to your weekly forecast for March. What is this? 22nd through the 28th. This is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you have stumbled upon this video outside of the dates I mentioned, don't you worry, my dear. If you were led to this video, you were led to it when you were meant to find it, when you were meant to hear the messages. So if you're here, there's at least one message here for you, maybe more. These are general readings. Not every single thing will resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. Let's see what's going on for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. All right, my dears, nothing to it but to do it. Let's get right on into it. Your first card here is the Four of Swords. This is kind of like our stalker card. This card has come up for Scorpio. This card has come up for, I want to say, Aquarius. And I feel like it may have come up for somebody else. So if you have those placements, it could be a confirmation for you that this is an energy that you're coming into, or a time period that you're coming into. And I'm getting a really interesting feeling for this card for you guys, a little bit different from what I did for the other signs when it came up. First and foremost, for me in my readings, when Four of Swords comes up, I know some of you are freaking out because you're looking at this as a love reading, because you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to be time apart from my lover or time apart from my partner. And that could be the case for some of you, but in the weekly forecasts, I'm not focusing on love and romance. I'm focusing on you, right? I want this to be about Virgo. I don't want this to be about other people. And so in that instance, when I see Four of Swords come up in a reading for somebody, it's telling me, like, mentally, emotionally, sometimes even spiritually and physically, you have been through the ringer. You have been through so much, and you need some time to kind of, like, get it back together here. You need some time to rest, to recuperate, to rejuvenate. And so this is a time of rest, and a time in which you're going to be able to take this period of rest and meditate, pray, establish a spiritual connection. Okay, I feel like a sense of a hideaway for some of you. I feel like you're manifesting a hideaway, like a place where people don't know that you're going there, or people don't know that you're spending time there. I feel some of you are manifesting. It could be a living arrangement or a living situation, but I'm feeling a sense of like a studio, like a place where you're going and you're working. A place where you're going and you're doing the things that you're feeling guided to do, and there's like a sense of healing happening through it and establishing a spiritual connection. Okay, I feel some of you are going to be collaborating in the near future with someone who makes music, right? It feels kind of, I don't know if I want to say synthetic. I don't know if that's the right word, but like I'm seeing somebody playing with, I think they're called loopers. I don't know. I don't mix music, but somebody playing with like a digital recorder and like doing the looping and adding layers onto the track. Maybe it's something you're beginning to get into. Maybe some of you are manifesting some music equipment here or something where you're playing around with different tracks or collaborating with someone who is. But I feel it's a very spiritual experience, coming in for some of you. But again, I feel that this is a sense of release, a sense of where you're making your spiritual connection and taking some time away from the pressures of the world. The next card here is the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is going to come up when, in general, we're feeling pulled or called in a certain direction, directly connected to our life path. Maybe we felt like we've lost our way for a while, but Virgo, I feel like you're finding your way again. Like you're like, okay, I'm on the right path, or I'm being led to the right path. The thing about the Temperance card, keep in mind, is major arcana. So when the major arcana cards come up, we're at a significant crossroads, we're at a significant defining moment in our life, we're coming into a new chapter in our life. So this is energy that's going to be around a while. We're not talking about 1 week, 2 weeks. This is like a new chapter in your life. It's going to be here for a while. And the Temperance card reminds you that you have to just kind of take it easy and leave room for spirit to come in and for spirit to do its thing. Virgo, a lot of you can be very disciplined. I know a lot of Virgos, and I myself have a Virgo placement. I know Virgo energy well, and Virgos tend to be the kind of people that, they're going to work very hard for what they want. Right? They're not going to make excuses for themselves. They're going to take matters into their own hands. Virgo energy typically is not going to sit around and like wait for life to happen, right? Virgo is going to go out looking for opportunity, going out to look for things that are better. And so in that instance, sometimes it's like, well, I'm trying to manifest here, but let me be aligned with what I'm trying to manifest. Let me do the work. Let me plant the seeds, right? Let me be aligned with what I'm asking for. But there is such a thing of doing too much work. Okay, if you plant a seed and you tend to it and you do the gardening and you water it, if you're watering that seed too much, it's not going to grow. It's going to drown out. You're going to kill it. Or if you're like, oh, well, I planted these seeds, and now, I'm going to plant other seeds while I'm waiting for these seeds. And oh, let me make use of this space and that space. And then you overcrowd the garden. Nothing is going to grow. Things need their space. Things need their time. Things need to go through their cycles. So I feel like this is saying, yes, do the effort, do the work, do the gardening, so to speak, but let nature and science and the laws of physics do the rest. Don't push too hard. Try to avoid scattered energy. If you're feeling scattered, you're doing too much. If you're feeling burnt out, you're doing too much. Listen to your body. Do the work and rest and trust and know that while you're resting, the universe is doing its thing. The universe is doing its part. Okay. And Virgo, again, I feel a lot of you are finally feeling like this is it. I have stepped onto my path. I've found myself again. And you're feeling a sense of this is where I'm supposed to be. This feels right to me. This feels like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And you're in that flow. You're in that flow energy here. The next card here, my darlings, is the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful earth sign energy here. You guys are an earth sign, the element of earth. There could be a move that some of you are manifesting because Queen of Pentacles for me can be the home, like a sense of home, a sense of rejuvenation, a sense of like a place where you can go and rejuvenate, some place that's your sanctuary. It can also be a card for me that comes up in readings where somebody is acquiring property. Okay, so I feel some of you are upgrading your living environment. Okay, whether you're upgrading in terms of moving to a better place, or you're upgrading, like, kind of getting rid of the clutter and moving things around and making it more comfortable, making it nicer, maybe making repairs and things that need to be made, but a sense of home. Okay, and the thing about the Queen of Pentacles, she works very hard, but she also plays very hard. Okay, she's gonna reward herself, she's gonna treat herself, and at the end of a long hard day, she's gonna want some good food, some good music, some good physical intimacy sometimes. And so some of you might be manifesting that in terms of uh, like in your personal life or your life outside of work. The thing too about the Queen of Pentacles, it's the energy for me of like turning a house into a home. So if there have been conflicts with the people that you're living with, or like if you're like, feeling like, oh gosh, I want this, lockdown to end so I don't have to live with this person anymore, or I can go file for divorce or whatever. Some of you might be in that energy. Again, I'm not focusing too much on love and romance here. But with this Queen of Pentacles, it's basically saying that the way that you're going to bring comfort back into the house to kind of get rid of the tension or the kind of weird feeling is bonding through those homey experiences, right? Bonding through like music in the house, enjoyable things on TV to watch together, food cooking that smells good, that is like good for you or like nourishing for you. So like they say, there's house and there's home, creating an environment of home, right? So even if you decide that, even if you still feel like after things change, you still want to leave, or you still want to move on, or you still want to get divorced, at least in the present moment, you're having a decent enough time. You're comfortable enough, right? It doesn't feel excruciating. It doesn't feel like hell. And when you do move on, you can move on amicably. You can move on in a way where there isn't any baggage, right? But I feel, Virgo, that whatever the situation for you guys, if you're working on some life path stuff, if you're working on these projects and things you're wanting to put out, or you just really haven't been feeling comfortable with the people that you're around, it's time to create a sense of home for yourself, a sense of sanctuary. And that's going to make all the difference in helping speed along the progress and making things more comfortable for you. Okay. The next card here, Virgo, is the moon, another major arcana card. The moon card is a card about hearing our intuition, listening to our intuition, overcoming our fears. Okay. And it can be kind of when we begin to dig for the hidden things. Okay. And I don't mean this in terms of somebody else. Okay. If you're dealing with a person and you're getting a bad vibe from that person, there's no need to play detective. Okay. You don't have to catch somebody red handed. Listen to your gut and let it go, so that you don't have drama in your life. You're not, harming yourself or hurting yourself by going digging. If your intuition, if your gut is telling you something isn't right, your intuition has figured out what your eyes haven't seen yet. Just accept that and just say, what, this doesn't feel right to me. I don't have to go play detective. I don't have to go, snooping through to try to catch somebody red-handed. I don't feel right about the situation. I'm going to keep a distance. Just leave it at that. But for the majority of you, the revealing of the hidden things, I'm feeling a strong sense of shadow work. For those of you who aren't familiar with shadow work is just basically going to be all of the things that we've pushed down over time because we didn't have time to think about it, or we were trying to be positive, or it was too painful to think about or to process. All the things we just kind of bury and push down and go about our way, go about our life. This is especially true, Virgo, for those of you who've had to work hard and who've worked very hard to help other people financially, right? Maybe as a parent, you had some really difficult things happen in your life, but you're like, you know what? I got my kids relying on me. I can't lay in bed crying. I got to pick myself up by my bootstraps. I got to go to work. I got to get food on the table. I got to make sure, the bills are paid. There's no time to really like sit in my feelings right now. And so you had to push things down, suck it up, and move forward. So whether you have kids or not, I feel those of you Virgos that you've been really caught up in responsibility or obligation, even if it was just for yourself, like, I can't be sad about this right now because I got to make sure the bills are paid. I got to make sure I'm not getting thrown out. So you might have just pushed a lot down to handle your responsibility. I feel there's a level of like financial security coming your way, where you're not going to have to work as much. You're still working, those of you who work, but maybe not as much. And there's some downtime coming in. And in that downtime, you're working on these projects, which will open up more doors for abundance for you in the future. But in that downtime, because you're not in that go, go, go energy, running around, taking care of everybody energy, you're going to have a lot of things coming to the surface here from the past that you haven't had a chance to deal with yet. And so it's going to be time to release those heavy emotions and to face your fears. Okay. I feel, Virgo, with this Temperance card here, for some reason, some of you are about to do something that's going to really, really shake the status quo with the people in your life, like family, friends, people you grew up with. They may feel like you're really, really, really uh, uh, going off in a path or a direction that uh, they don't get it. They really don't get it. Like, even if you've been a independent person, even if you've been a black sheep of the family or something, they're looking at it like, what in the heck, Virgo? Like what in the heck are you doing? And I feel there's like the sense of independence, going out on your own with it. Okay. But uh you're doing it, you're going for it, you're doing it, you're overcoming your fears. I feel some of you may even be opening up to like a time of travel or extended travel. You know, maybe you've been looking into the whole RV thing or the camper thing, or your income is set up in a way where you don't have to physically be in one specific spot, and you might be just kind of going out and exploring as a part of like this journey. I'm even getting the hermit vibe here from it, right, Virgo? And you guys are associated with the hermit card. So I feel like a sense of coming into your power, coming into your independence, going through like this exploration and awakening. And so you're overcoming your fears and going through life by what you're feeling guided to do. Okay, very powerful energy. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there, and I will have the link in the description. Be sure, my dears, also, those of you who want the love and romance info, to watch the love and romance readings for March that are linked in the description. The April love readings will be up soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.